guys, my name is Elisha Amponsah, also known as Blackdiamond on the beats. I'm a producer, I'm a musician, I make music, and yeah.
How did you get into music?
So, how I got into music, I think that I was born into music. I was born, had a gift from God. Number one, I'm gonna say is a God-given gift that I received at a young age. So all started when I was growing up. When we used to eat dinner, I used to eat my food really quick, and then I'd turn over my plates and then start playing drums with my plates, and then that's when my parents realized that I love music, so they bought drums for me. I think I was 2 or 3, and then I started playing at home, and then they actually realized that I've got rhythm, I've actually got rhythm. So when I went to church, they told my pastor that, oh, Elisha's got something. Now actually my pastor realized that I had something at that time. My pastor was called Pastor Ajaman from Faith Foundation, and then he forced them to put me on the drum, on the kit, and I think I was 4 at that time. And then obviously since then I was playing the drums. Yeah, he literally forced everyone, even we had like grown-ups playing, but he was like, nah, I want Elisha on the drums. And then since then, since the age of 4, I was playing drums till now.
So tell us, how was support from family like?
Support from my family. So I can say that I was very privileged to have supportive parents. I didn't go through that stage where, obviously because I was born into it, they realized my talent since a young age, and my parents were never strict on me to do something else, you know. And my dad's family, they were like really athletic as well, and me and my mom's family, they didn't know how to do anything. They were good at preaching and praying. That's all they were doing. So obviously when they discovered this talent in me, they supported me a lot. They were advising me a lot. They were pushing me to stay into the music. I remember quite a lot. My mom used to get a lot of phone calls where they were like, oh, we need your son, we're doing convention, we need him to play the drums. She was very keen on me going to churches a lot and playing, but not playing for money. You know, she put that in my head. She made me appreciate the gift that I had in me coming from God. So I was always telling people, oh, I'm playing for God, I want to do this for God. So whenever I'm playing the drums, one thing I always do is I always give thanks to God, because it's a gift that a lot of people wish to play instruments but they can't, and people have this thing, they take it for granted. People play instruments because of women, people play instruments because they want to get attention, because of fame and stuff. But I think with people like me, we were born into it. We had the gift from God. I mean, no one ever taught me how to play drums. It was a gift from God. So I could say that when I play the drums, I want to play and give back. I'm playing from my heart and I want to give back to God. So that's how I was raised, that's how I grew up, that's how my mentality was when I was growing up. I can say that it has opened a lot of doors for me because I've had this mindset. I've never had the idea where, oh, I'm gonna play the drums and then I'm gonna get a lot of girls, I'm gonna get so much money, I'm gonna play for money. No, I never had that. I even had people, it humbled me so much. Like, I was so focused, and yeah, I was focused in what I was doing, and I was focused in the work of God. So I used to get people that come to me and be like, oh, we want you to come to our church, we're going to pay you this amount per month, leave your church and come and play. tell them straight, I don't play for money, and I'm not gonna leave my church just for that. So my friends used to laugh at me because they were like, "Yo, you're crazy! Like you could make so much money, blah blah blah." But I didn't look at it this way, because I know where my blessings were coming from, and yeah, that's how I am. I don't play for money unless it's business, and we're gonna get into it, because I'm a producer and I make music, so obviously it's my profession, and I have to reap from it, so that's different from church. But yeah.
So talk to us about the transition from just drumming to music production in general. How did that come about?
Oh, that's a good question. I mean, whilst I was growing up, I was only playing the drums. That's all I knew, drums. And then I remember, it's a funny story. It's a very funny story. Because obviously I don't say a lot. I don't just play the drums. I play the keyboard, play the bass, play the lead, play the saxophone, all of that. But the funny thing, it's like how I actually started playing these instruments is quite funny. So I remember one day, I went after my mom used to like go to this after church. We went to Pentecost, so after church, my mom's a deaconess, by the way, so after church they always used to have like meeting straight, and we were always left behind, had to wait for our mother. So me, my sister, and a couple of friends at the time, we were left in church, and I was like, cool, let me jump on the keyboard and see what I can do. And I was just pressing the keyboard, and I remember one lady asked me, "Oh, can you play?" I was like, yeah, I know how to play, it's easy, I've been playing since I was a kid. But at that time I was like 6 or 7, and I couldn't play anything, so I jumped on the keyboard, started pressing on it, and then she just looked at me like, this guy is just say whatever he wants to say. So, but I didn't know that I was prophesying into my life at that point, and I didn't even know that I had musical ears at that point. So one day, I remember like yesterday, because it's funny, we have this fun fair thing in Belgium that every summer it happens, and at that time my mother wanted to take us there for the first time, and I had never been there. And I remember I had one of my close friends that came, that was there with us. His name is Jesse, and he came to visit us. So my mom was like, cool, we're going to the fun fair, I'm taking all of you guys, blah blah blah, whatnot. And then for some reason, me and Jesse had an argument that day, and it was our first like fist fight as kids. First argument, but we were very close, but it was funny. So when we had the fight, my mom was like, "Yo, you guys, you're not coming to the fun fair, blah blah blah." I was hurt because I've never been there. I wanted to go there. I was like, "No, I'm sending you to your uncle. You're not coming." And then cool, my mom sent us there as punishment, and my uncle was like, "Well, your mom's brought you here as punishment. I don't know what to do to you guys, but I've got a piano there, so Elisha, I'm going to teach you the piano by force." I was like, this is my punishment. Bring the keyboard, mate. So he brought the keyboard in front, and Jesse was forced to video me. So Jesse had to carry the camera for so many hours, and he was focusing on me, and I was forced to learn the keyboard. So he was teaching me do, re, mi, fa. The key of C, I remember. And I was thinking, he was playing, I was like, "Uncle, this doesn't sound right. You have to press it." This guy is teaching me, and I'm telling him what to do. His name is Uncle Antonio. Shout out to Uncle Antonio, because he taught me how to play the key of C. So yeah, that's how that happened. And then that night when my mom picked us up, I stole my uncle's keyboard. I took it home with me, and I left the drums. I was like, I'm not playing drums anymore. I'm gonna stay on the keyboard. And then I remember Jesse wasn't an instrumentalist at the time. He didn't play any instrument, and obviously because we built that friendship, he obviously had developed interest in playing instruments, so he started playing instrument. I think drums, and then I switched from drums to keyboard, and then later on he switched from drums to bass, and then Jonathan was playing the drums, so we got into a group. Jonathan was playing the drums, I was playing the keyboard, and Jesse was playing the bass at the time. And I had a friend, his name is Daniel. He was doing like production stuff, and I didn't know. So one time I went to his house, and then he showed me his computer and MIDI keyboards and stuff. And he's like, yeah, I make beats and stuff. I was like, yo, I want to learn how to make this. Like, I've been looking for someone to teach me. And then that's how I developed an interest in production. So then again, he taught me how to make a beat. I went to his house one time, and then I got home, told my dad, I was like, Dad, I need a MIDI keyboard, I need a computer, I need this, I want to start making beats. My dad invested a lot of money into my production because he believed in me. And then, yeah, since then I never looked back. All I've been doing is producing. I went to school, studied how to make music, produce and stuff like that. So yeah, all I've been doing is producing right now. So yeah.
Any notable projects since then?
Yes, I've got my label now. I've got my record label. I've signed a few artists. I've worked with one of my artists is, her name's Mimi Akoma. I worked with Emmanuel Smith in England. I worked with Mr. Silva. I worked with Sonny Bali. I've worked with different Kojo, Darko Vibes, Dion Boache. I've worked with Stoneboy and Sean Paul Strack. I've worked with Sarkodie. I've worked with Wendy Shea. I've worked with a lot of different artists and upcoming artists too. But my biggest hit for me was like Stoneboy and Sean Paul, I would say.
Right, so talk us through that process where you managed to get the deal from Stoneboy featuring Sean Paul and how it all came about.
Okay, so there's also a very, very funny story. Like, I was